You reuse the cocoa, huh? Can you talk to us about how you actually go about reusing? Are you flushing that all out and then starting fresh? You just continuing on where you left off with the nutrients?
So yeah, no, I'll pretty much start. I'll have the same regime from day one, whether it's new cocoa or reused cocoa. Um, it's really easy. I'll just dump all my plants, all the containers into an action packer or something similar. I'll let it dry, and then I'll remove all the roots with a tennis racket or a squash racket, so there's no more roots. And I'll fill my pots and I'll give it a go again. But here's the one thing uh, that people don't really know, or maybe they don't know, but they will know now. But there is some nutrient salt buildup in the autopot system, so that does happen because it's bottom wicking, and the actual nutrient salt will slowly migrate to the top of the pot. So people will notice when they're growing autopot with cocoa, there's always a bit of like white stuff on top of the substrate, and that's basically salt buildup. So that does happen, and but you won't see many roots up at the surface. It mostly happens way down where the air dome and the water uptake actually happens, so it doesn't really hurt the plant. But something I've learned the hard way, the top of the cocoa has really loose cocoa and it's white and it's crusty somewhat. Do not use that cocoa to start a seedling. You will burn the hell out of them. And I've done that. I was mixing some new cocoa. Mine comes as brick because I live so remote. I don't order the big expanded bags because it's more expensive for shipping. So I'll buy like the compressed brick. I ran out of it and I'm like, oh, I just need a bit more cocoa to fill the seedlings cups, right? So I grabbed some of the top loose soil of an old grow and I burnt the hell out of everything. Everything. So always start seedling with fresh cocoa, like fresh, fresh, fresh.
Good advice. I know there's some people probably a little bit surprised that you're reusing it over and over again and having success. Other people are a little bit surprised that you're not actually doing a full flush of the medium to where you're trying to get back to really, I won't say 0 ppm, but like basically no nutrition in there, and then kind of adding in your 2.2 EC or whatever you want to start with to begin. So yeah, it's cool, interesting to hear that your way of going about it. And so how many runs in a row has it been with this batch of cocoa that you had?
Oh man, like I never stopped. So that's like 4, 5, 6 years, 6 years worth of cocoa.
Nice.
Eventually, as you pull the roots out, and then sometimes I'll purposely chuck like the first 4 inch of like salt buildup away. So eventually, I need to buy some more and keep cycling. But for the most part, some of the original cocoa I bought 6 years ago is still running in there. So in a way, it's very economical, right? Because I don't really waste my cocoa. It goes right back to work as soon as I can. And this thing, cocoa is so inert. Man, I've had cocoa sitting in an action packer outside all winter, all fall. Sorry, all spring until I is thawed enough that I can use it again, and boom, right, it goes right back into my grow. That stuff is so inert. Nothing grows in it. There's no algae. There's no mushrooms. Nothing. It's good to go right away. I love the medium so much. And the specific one that I buy doesn't really compress nearly as other brands that you can buy. And I'll let it know. I buy Cana Cocoa bricks, which is the same as the Professional Plus, but it's in a brick format. And it's been pre-buffered, so you don't have to buffer it again as you expand it.
This clip was brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowit15 to save on any of their gardening products.